But what is important, what you really need to know, is that if something bad happens to your child in this carrier, you can't sue anyone. Hi, it's Samantha from Geeky Baby, and I'm about to tell you why this £11 sling is not a good deal. One of the biggest things I hear people say about these slings is, my friend had one for years and it was fine. I've got one, it's brilliant. Just stop. Stop saying that. Of course you loved it if you used it and it worked for you. Every sling is magic. People say there were no seatbelts around when I was a child and I'm okay, because if you weren't okay you wouldn't be here to tell us you were okay. If this broke on you, you'd have thrown it away, run a mile, and never been around to tell anybody that it was okay. This sling might look like the sling you've got, but it might be made in a totally different factory, by different people, with different materials. You don't know what quality control has gone into different factories, and what's inside even. You know, you don't know this foam is the same as this foam. You can't see it. This sling has no branding on it. Without a label, without a brand with a reputation to protect, what incentive do they have to actually keep the standards the same? In fact, I'm looking at this one here. Look, I can see a thread coming out of it already. Also, think about the people who are making this carrier. How much work would you do if I give you £11? Are these people being exploited? Maybe. Are they working in an unsafe way? By buying this carrier, you are funding potential human exploitation. By buying these products, you are encouraging the development of other counterfeit carriers. One of the biggest problems we have in baby wearing is the fake ergo phenomenon, okay? And by buying these, you are telling that market, yeah, we'd like some more of that, please. This is something you don't usually have to think about as a consumer. But if you're importing a carrier from outside of Europe, you take on the legal responsibility to make sure that that product conforms to European safety standards. Okay? Now obviously in the second-hand buying and selling area that doesn't really come into play. But what is important, what you really need to know, is that if something bad happens to your child in this carrier, you can't sue anyone because it's your responsibility for importing it into Europe. There are lots of invisible dangers you can't see with the naked eye. You can see Xboxes and bar tacking and fabric. You can't see if there's chemicals being used on this fabric to stop mold spores spreading in storage. You can't see if the metal parts have lead in them. You can't see if it's flammable unless you actually set it on fire. Should we set it on fire? No? Can't? Okay. I'll talk about invisible dangers with fabric later on. We are really, really lucky to live in Europe, not a political statement, where fabric is really tightly controlled. That's it. If the